Welcome back to another hot, creative, hot episode of Art Lounge with myself, Atandra Naledi Ranana. Guys, I am so excited to tell you that this is our 11th episode. And like every time, we have in the house, we have on set, we have again a very creative artist that is a fashion designer in the country. And you know his name, you will find it out, but Amplik somewhere. You know him with his works, it's Amplik fashion designing. So guys, please stay tuned because you're going to hear more about who actually is Amplik. As I told you, we have the owner of course, Amplik clothing. So ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait for you to hear Amplik Kemang and because we all know that we all have different fashion designers in the country and they all have different things. But tell us exactly who is Amplik and what differentiates Amplik from other fashion designers.
Okay, first of all, let's start with Amplik again. Amplik is creme de la creme, best of the best. That's what it is. That's the whole concept behind Amplik. So the biggest question you might have is, how did we come up with the best of the best, and then how did we even show it in the brand? So I'm gonna make a simple example. This is what I always use to explain to my people that in school, when a child passes well, they get let me just say passes, they get a B, and then when they pass well, an A. But when they pass extremely well, yeah, you know, those prestigious students, they get an A star. So if you can think about how an A star is written, it's a capital A and then that star, and then that's the whole concept between this. If you can check this out, this is that A, and then this can show that star. Basically, that's the whole concept behind Amplik. Amplik means best of the best. Once you say you're implicated, means or you're Amplik or whatever, you're talking about you're the best, man. That's basically it. So every time you wear Amplik, you know you're the best. Yeah.
So we all know everything in the world began somewhere, you know. And who did you begin with? What inspired the whole Amplik clothing?
Okay, for me the idea Amplik started in 2016. I was still in high school then. So it was just an idea. I didn't execute it then. It was just an idea of something that I think I might want to do when I go to varsity. You see, I'm still in high school. I'm already thinking ahead.
Well, at least you had a plan.
Okay, yeah. So it was after the link of wing. They came to our school. They came to our school. I remember they came to our school and then told us about the courses that they offer.
Career guidance.
Yeah. I was not even informed then, but I wanted to go to LIM. I knew for sure, you know what, I want to be a LIM graduate. I want to be a LIM alumni. I was like, you know what, I need to be there. Then that's when I had an idea. I always loved clothing, but I didn't like what was happening then. If you can remember back then, I've been a Facebook person since. So if you can remember back then, we had so many clothing brands and stuff, but basically they were just buying and printing.
They weren't doing that.
Yeah, they weren't tailoring things. They were, this tailoring things, I want to say, I'm very confident about it. I'm going to say it's new. Not that it started now, no, but clothing brand and tailoring, it's literally new. Started recently. Yes, many people were still tailoring back then, but most of the time the clothing brands which were famous then, they were just you know what, buying and printing. So I wanted something different. I wanted to throw something and then create something. Yeah, I wanted to create something basically. So that's when I had the idea. That's when I started with an A star, and even my original logo that I drew back then, I still have it. No, I still have it. I have it mounted on my walls. Like, this is where the original idea starts from, because you know I wanna tell a story one day that this is where it started, and then this is where we are right now. And then when I decided to start it, I started in 2019.
That's when you actually started?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because after that I finished my 4E and then went to Limca Wing. I did my first year. When I was doing my second year, second year, definitely second year on the second semester. I remember quite well. That's when I started the MPIC thing. I did all this time. I was just focusing on research. What can I do? How can I tailor? Because back then I didn't even know how to tailor. I didn't know anything about machines, anything. I didn't know anything. I was just a normal person. Yeah. So I spent my time researching on what I can do, what I cannot do, where I can learn how to tailor, how I can collaborate that with my schoolwork, because I still had school there. Yeah. And one thing you have to note is I'm not a fashion designer by profession. I'm a graphic designer.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a graphic designer. I'm a graduate graphic designer. I'm not a fashion designer. Yes. So I wanted to do that. I wanted to do graphics because I love graphics. I live graphics. I wanted to collaborate that with fashion. With fashion is what I love as well. So that's when I decided, you know what, I have to do my research. Where can I learn this? Where can I learn this? Where can I not learn this? You see, what can I do? What can I not do?
So since your era of MPIC till now, we can say that there has been a lot of fashion designs, fashion clothing, fashion names that have come along. You know, how did you, or how do you fight, or how do you penetrate through the media, through the market? You know, that much of fashion designer. How do you still make your name MPIC stand out even today?
For me, it's simple. I always say, every clothing brand has its people, you know. Every art, everything, it has its people, it has its own market.
It has its own audience.
Yeah, it has its own. Actually, you know, every time you start something, you have to know who's going to be my market, and then after that, you focus on that market. So right now, I would say, even in the midst of all other clothing brands, we are doing good. We are actually doing good, by the way. I'm very impressed, but we still manage to make our name. We still manage to pop up and then still rise. Because at the end of the day, for me, I actually like that. I feel like I don't find it as a competition as such. It's good. Yes, it's definitely good, because I realize there's so much creativeness in the country, which is something I like. Because my vision for me, actually, even though I cannot reach it alone, but I can reach it with all those people, all the other clothing brands. I feel like I want Lesotho to be different. I want it to be focused, just like, you know, in Italy. I want people to just focus on local things.
Brands.
You know, people in Italy, most of them, they wear Italy clothing. Yeah, that's what I want.
Wow.
You see, I want people to be prideful about the local brand. So that's what I'm focusing on. That's those people with the same mentality who love local brands, who love supporting local. Even though we still go international, I'm gonna say international. I'm gonna say outside Lesotho's borders, because we've done that. But basically, it's people who love. I want to. We are actually selling a story here. Okay, we are selling a story. So if people like our story,
wow.
Then yeah.
Okay, so you talked about your target market. When you were still in university, it sounded, or it seemed like your target market at that time nearly bana school fail. So I just want to know, has your target market changed since then? Because I would say I would say that. So now, do you think, or can you say there has been a shift in your target market?
Definitely been a shift in my target market. Definitely been a shift, because right now, I'm not going to say it's in a Lebanon school as such, but basically, okay, yeah, maybe most of them were students by then, but now you see, I'm now outside of the school, and then I'm gonna say now the target market is everyone, because sometimes I be going to different actually maybe a law firm, I'll be tailoring for them, a construction. You see different people. Sometimes it's a business, maybe a computer business, and then, or whatever kind of business, we'll be tailoring for them, doing that, or maybe just older people, ladies and gentlemen, the youth, and the kids as well. Yeah, and the kids as well. That's why I'm saying everyone is our target market.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, he said something about it's good for a country to have competition. It's good for a country to have more creatives that are doing something, but then we have different options. So, ladies and gentlemen, breaking, and then we'll still come back with our brother from MPIC. I don't know why. enjoyed that break because we are still with one of the most creative guys in this country. So I just want to know, every creative thing that we do, most people say it's a whole how do you use your own fashion to influence, to impact, to influence other people, to impact other people? Do you feel also that your fashion is influencing other people? Do you feel like it's having a kind of impact in other people's lives?
Yeah, man. Okay, let's start here. I'm a theist myself. I'm a God believer, so so I feel like everything that I am or everything that I have is from God. Literally everything. Even where I am right now, it's God who has put me there. You feel what I'm saying? So the influence that I have on people, it's very big. Sometimes you'll be getting those messages that you are very influential. When you check, you don't even know the person who's giving all those flowers. Sometimes you're just in town and then somebody's giving you flowers. You don't even know that you have actually worked for them, or maybe you've designed for them, or sometimes you've even done something for them, or they have your brand. You haven't even met them because maybe you've been doing all that they bought, and then you deliver to them, and then you never actually met them in person. And then they just say, we check you all the time, bro. You are a good influence to us. So yeah, man, I know that people who actually look up to me. So working hard and striving forward, because I want one day people will be like to believe in their dreams. Yes.
That's nice for everyone to believe in their dreams.
Yeah.
So we all know happy when we begin something that challenges. What kind of challenges did you meet as an individual, firstly, and also as a brand, building yourself as a brand? What kind of challenges did you bring? The challenge, the achievement, all in one sentence.
The challenges that I met, especially when I was starting the brand, like I told you, back then I didn't even know how to tailor or anything.
Yeah.
So I had to find somebody who's good. Okay, I had to find somebody who's good, who's gonna understand my type of design, my type of style.
Because all you did was just draw them up.
Yeah. So I wanted somebody who's gonna understand my type of style, my type of art. So yeah, I struggled finding those kind of people back then. I struggled a lot, but eventually I met somebody who's very understanding, who's very good, who understand that my type of design, and then who even sit me down and teach me how to tailor, who school me.
Okay.
Like everything that I know in that part of production, yes. That one I was not so, I didn't teach myself. It's not self-taught. Credit. I learned from somebody else. I learned from somebody else because I want to give them a huge credit for that. Basically, those were the first challenges that I have. And then after that, one of the challenges that I had when I was starting the brand, I remember I wanted to do, like I said, I was doing streetwear. Actually, you see, most of my brand is streetwear. It's recently when we started to do casual and all that, but basically back then we were just focused on streetwear. Yeah. So I wanted to do even my shoots in the streets, street photography, streetwear. You understand? So I didn't even have the equipment to shoot back then. I didn't even have the equipment. So those were the challenges that I faced. And then I started working and then starting to buy equipment. And now it's simple. After we've done any piece, we can just go shoot anytime. I don't have to wait for somebody else to borrow me a certain equipment and all that. So
you have all of that.
Yeah. Now it's those are some of the achievements. But after that, the biggest achievements is recently most of our market is not even from Maseru or Lesotho. It's not from that. You will find that it's people from South Africa, people from Cape Town, Durban, Eswatini, you name them, Botswana, Namibia. Yes. So I feel like that's a big improvement for us. Sometimes I remember this other time I went to Gacha. That was my first time in Gacha, and then I meet people in Gacha who are wearing our brand. I've seen that in Mokoto. I want to name those places because I feel like those are the farthest places from where we are right now. And I want to give a big shout out, and then after that, recently I can stand here and be like, all the districts of Lesotho I know for sure. Leribe shout out, Buthamke shout out, yes. Yeah.
He's sending a shout out to the entire country, guys. Yeah. This is big for him. This is one of the biggest achievements. So I just want to ask I don't want to call you by your name because I haven't asked, you haven't told us your name yet, but you will do that. But I just want to know that as artists, you know, we like collaborating, you know, everything just collaborates. Do you have an image or a vision into the future that you want to collaborate with, not even just fashion designers, but anything, you know, from food to wine to anything that you just wish to collaborate with? It's still, you know, in South Africa they have that testic thing, where they were mixing fashion design and testic. You understand?
Yeah.
So I want
even
to,
like Star as well.
even like Star.
Yeah.
I want to hear if you also have that vision of collaborating one day as a fashion designer with something. Because you're also a graphic designer, so
yeah. You know, my biggest wish, basically, my biggest wish is collaborating with my idol, man. My idol is this legend, Lekau Sohan.
Oh,
I love that guy. I love everything that guy does. Literally, I love Lekau. I like the strategy. That guy is my inspiration. You know, every day I check Lekau Sohan. I check what he is coming up with. You know, I remember, and the good part is he started in 2019, but now he has more than 25 stores in South Africa.
Wow,
that guy is a legend to me. He's literally a legend. Big shout out to Lekau. I love that guy. Okay, so I check how he does his things, and his recent collaboration with Casper Nyovest, it was a massive thing, and it brought big sales to him. You see, because Casper Nyovest is also doing good in the industry, billiard as well. So my biggest wish is for me to collaborate with Lekau. Yeah, I love Lekau. I want to collaborate with Lekau. You know, I don't know on what yet. I have like so many ideas. I have so many ideas. Even if you were to call me like, what do you want to collaborate? Man, I would give him a whole portfolio. I would give him a whole file. I have a whole lot of ideas that I want to do with him because I love everything that he does.
Wow.
I love his shoes. Basically, he does shoes, cheap footwear. I love cheap. So yeah, man, I want to collaborate with them. Even if it's once, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yo, this guy is ambitious. He has a lot of dreams. We're still going to get his name after this break. Well, we're just going to just wrap up the show, and I believe you're also having a great time because it's energetic in here. The energy in here is amazing. I'm super amazed to hear more from the guy who's been clothing designs from 2019. And what's surprising is that he didn't even know how to tailor, but he learned from someone else and he just gave credit to that person. And I'm just so grateful for the journey guy and his achievements. He said he now has a market in Botswana. Wow. So guys, let's just take a little break and then we'll come back just to wrap up the show. Thank you so much for staying with me. Thank you so much guys for sticking to the show. My name is still Atandra Naledi Ranana and next to Victoria. The park is just beautiful, the air is beautiful, and I am with this brother who's about to tell us his name. Please tell us your name so that people when they find you on Facebook they can find you easily. Yes.
All right. My name is September, like the month, the 9th month. September, then Belsina, Belsina, September Belsina.
Okay.
Those are the names that I'm known by.
Can find you on the page only, or also on the September Belsina.
Oh, okay. Our clothing brand pages are Emplic. Yeah, Emplic, Amplic on Facebook. That's on Facebook.
Of course.
That's on Facebook. And then on Instagram it's still Emplic as well, at Emplic Clothing. Emplic, just search Emplic, you'll find it. Yeah, man.
So, you know, what kind of inspiration do you want to live for? For they're looking at the industry and they're like, you know, the industry is now filled with too many, we might say too many fashion designers, and we don't know. Some are like, should I still continue with this? Should I not? It's too much. You know, what can I bring that's different? Because I think the most challenging part is to bring something different. You understand? All the time.
Yeah.
So, what can you say to those aspiring designers, aspiring graphic designers? You know, aspiring clothing makers, fashion?
It's simple, man. Just be creative. That's basically it. Have a signature look. Have a signature look. We have our own signature look. It's very important. Even when somebody's working just ride by the pavement, that you can tell this person is wearing Implic. You feel what I'm saying? Have a signature look. Have a signature look. Mark your territory.
Mark your territory.
Be creative. Be creative. Don't just replicate what other people are doing, because it will never stand out.
Yeah.
Stand out by doing your own thing. You feel what I'm saying? Be creative. Do your own thing. Be creative, do your own thing, and then mark your territory. People will just know.
Okay.
And then people will just love you. You'll just fall in love with what you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the current fashion designers in the country that are doing also big as you are, what can you say to them, as for the good work that they're doing?
It's simple, man. Go big or go home. So I like what they're doing. For me, I don't even find them as competitors. I feel like we are a nation, or we are the part of the group. We are a group that is gonna put Lesotho on the next level.
It's a movement.
It's a movement. Basically, some of them we haven't even met, but our signatures are known.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
So most of them you feel like we haven't actually met live or even talked, but they know my signature. I know their signature. You feel what I'm saying? They know who I am. I know who they are. Not even the people behind, but we know the brands that they do, and they are doing good. And I'm like, keep on doing the group work. Basically, keep on doing the group work that they're doing, and let's put Lesotho on the map, man. That's what I want.
From a guy who had dreams in high school to a guy who went to university knowing exactly what he wants to do with his life, this is the story that we get from September Belsina, aka Mr. Implic. I love his story. I love the fact that he has no competition. He doesn't want to create competition, but all he wants to do is create a whole network of collaborations in the country and outside of the country, and bringing inspiration to Bana Batakatsa, Baba Nyanyana Huyana, Baba Holo Huyana. I love his story, and I hope you are so inspired by his story, and I hope you are inspired to create more, to do more, and thank you so much, guys, for sticking to the script. Thank you so much for sticking to the story. This is our 11th episode, and I am so excited. My name is Tato Atandwa Naledi Ranana. Thank you for staying to the show.